Hello, all, and welcome back to Melanin Madam, when you're invited into our homes to discuss issues about women, both fixing and correcting the crown, because there is a difference. We hold people accountable over here. So, welcome in. As you come in, have some dinner, take a shot, loosen your bra, loosen your bun. What else? Oh, take off your eyelashes. They make me sleepy. Put the kids to bed, give them a melatonin. Take that hair hat off if it's too heavy on your head, and get ready to enjoy. So we will have our co-host introduce herself, and then we will get started.
Shit. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Right. I'm like, oh my gosh. Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Even though I haven't ate nothing today.
I haven't either. My food is in the microwave. And
yeah, I'm gonna wait till after we finish. So I'm like, I'll just wait.
I intended to get it. I forgot.
I'm so hungry. I would have been really not eating like a lady. So I'll just wait. I've been having ate all day. So
that might have got us better ratings. Next time, try that.
The what?
I said that might get us better ratings. Next time, try that. Oh no, might make us go viral. Like whatever it takes that's within our moral compass. Is that what they call it? A moral compass? Some people don't have one, child. Speaking of moral compasses. And of course, my neighbors move the trash can every time at this time, so I hope that you cannot hear it. Let's see. You want to get started with the hot topic? So let us see. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but here's how I'm going to have to do it. Because the only place that got it right, and it's important to get things like this right, when you're trying to like screen record and stuff like that, I wasn't able to get to it. So I'm going to show the picture and then play the audio from my phone. Here we go. Oh, trigger warning. I forgot. I'm supposed to say that. Trigger warning.
Yes, trigger warning.
Because there's a whole trigger. So here we go.
U.S. Navy is facing serious charges in Jamaica, accused of orchestrating a murder for hire that resulted in a woman and her baby being killed. Jamaican police call the details of the case painful.
NBC6's Jamie Rolla is live in Miami with the details on this international case. Jamie.
The U.S. Navy confirms the suspect is a petty officer. Tonight, police in Jamaica are shocked how the whole plot was carried out.
Leoda Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder.
U.S. Navy Petty Officer Leona Bradshaw walking out of a Jamaican courtroom after being charged with some serious crimes. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution in Jamaica alleges Leona Bradshaw of Miami and her cousin hired 2 men to murder a child and her mother. The contracted men allegedly carried out the murder by shooting the victims, then burning them.
It is one of the most painful investigations for the team since recent times. However, the team of investigators continue to be professional and remain focused.
Jamaican officials identifying the child as the daughter of a member of parliament, Philip Palwell. In a press release, prosecutors allege Bradshaw and Palwell were in a relationship, and Bradshaw considered Palwell her spouse. He hasn't responded to our request for comment, but he did say this on social media, quote, that anyone could murder a mother and an innocent baby is unimaginable, and my heart is heavy with sadness. I am praying for Tashinia's family, who I know are experiencing the unbearable grief and pain of losing their beloved daughter and granddaughter, end quote. The United States Navy is confirming Bradshaw is one of its sailors assigned to a talent acquisition team here in Miami. Writing, the Navy takes all allegations of misconduct seriously and is fully cooperating with appropriate investigative and law enforcement authorities. The matter is currently under investigation by Jamaican authorities and the Navy Criminal Investigative Service. Now, Bradshaw is expected to appear in court again in December. We tried reaching.
First of all, our condolences to mother, child, and everybody that is going to be traumatized and suffering for a very long time because of this. From experience, I could tell you that death and murder are absolutely two different things. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, how you do this to somebody, I can't understand. The baby is well, I don't really care what age you are. I don't understand it, but the way that it was explained in another video that I couldn't include because somebody utilized AI and the picture that I shared to make the mom's mouth move like she was telling her story, and that was just
What?
emotionally traumatizing to me. And so I couldn't imagine what it would also do to others. But it explained the details because the first person that was caught sang like a bird. I'm guessing that his like what is your conscience? I guess his conscience like they picked her up from her house. Why she even got in a car, I just don't understand because she wasn't getting along with that woman. That woman was messing with her or whatever. I don't know what happened, but she got in the car willingly with them with her baby, and they took her somewhere, and they was playing with the baby and everything, and then the other girl came and said, like, to do it or whatever, so she was begging and they did it to her baby first,
Oh my gosh.
and then they did it to her, uh, um, a woman has a lot of power, and that's why my brand is focused on fixing, because we need our crowns fixed and celebrating crowns, right? So I don't just I'm not gonna stroke your ego and all that other shit. I'm the hardest on myself, so I'm not gonna continue to be lightweight on people. Just because you had a baby don't make you a mother. Just
Nope.
because you're a person with like a title like hers don't make you a good person. Like that's not reality. And some of these things you have to call out because too many people give their people passes. Too many women say, "My friend is a good woman, they don't understand why they don't have a man." Well, ma'am, you don't date your friend. Like, if
Right.
a man is saying something is wrong, it's okay to check her ass too. I don't get Ro, for you, how did it get from a woman what do you think was going through her mind to even want to do something like this? Like,
That's just nothing but evilness. I can't imagine what could be going through her mind to make her want somebody to kill a lady and their child. Like that ain't nothing but a demon or something. Like I can't imagine what anybody has done to you that bad that you want them to kill that person and their child. Like I can't even imagine.
they don't even stay the same. Like, you stay in Florida and she stays in Jamaica. It's not like, and it wouldn't be an excuse, but it's not like you snap because it was your husband cheating on you and he had a baby by somebody else and you couldn't have kids. Some deep rooted,
Even
you
if
know,
that was the case, that's no reason to kill that girl
no,
and the
no. But
baby.
I'm saying it's nothing. I can't
Yeah.
say you snapped. You get what I'm like? You can't even say you snap because something that was done to you or that caused trauma or that defending yourself or like this woman didn't even go back and forth with you. What do you think had to be like her and the cousin reached out to two men? It didn't even stop with the cousin. The cousin didn't even have enough goddamn sense to say, you shouldn't do this.
Yeah. I be feeling like people like that, and I hate the death penalty or anything, but that just needs to happen right back to her.
I can't even.
Because it's like something like that, I can't even wrap my mind around why you would want to do something like that. Like I can't make it make sense at all. I can't make that make sense.
How do you? Because she's, I don't know her age, but I'm guessing not even 40. So I don't know what Jamaica laws are, but like the 25 to life type thing, like she's still young enough where she could potentially
No,
parole.
she should get life. You
I
killed
don't
two
think
people. In
she should.
Jamaica, you don't think they get life?
No, I'm saying I don't. I agree. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll be a little touched after stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even, if I would have seen that story, I probably would have just scrolled by it, because that be like, that's up in my mind now. I would be thinking about that all night. Like, that's so messed up. Mm-mm.
for me, it wasn't by choice. It was, oh, this is cute. The girl, her baby. Then I heard and I was like, I was stuck. Like, oh, is this a movie? Like, because it was the picture with the mouth movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't believe. How do the men confess once caught because they could nothing, like no conscience, like you just they should make her ass go to war. Make her go to war since you want
Over
to do
there in
shit.
Gaza.
Mm-hmm. Since you want to do
She
stuff
don't even
like
gotta
that.
go to. Oh, she don't gotta go to war. Put her where they know they gonna bomb the people.
I don't know.
That's let's
Y'all,
go to the next look. That's
right?
go to the
I'm
next
like,
thing.
I gotta move. Y'all,
That
if
got me.
look, we both like,
Yeah, I feel that make me feel really bad. I can't.
I'll end with this. If you know anybody that is struggling with mental health so much that they want to do something like this, you owe it to the family member, the friend, or whatever. You owe it to the person that could be harmed to help them. If you have to check them in 5150, military call and report it so they can help that person under medical, right? If you report something before it happens, it's under medical. Then they could get the help that they need. Because no matter what the medical issue is, after something like that happens, you're still facing the consequences. So let's just say she is totally out of her mind. Something is wrong. I don't think she just overnight everything happened. Like there was time for people to help and to save that woman and to save the one who did it, because you have to be on another planet to do something like that. So it's just too many hands at that touch that woman and her child could still be here. So wherever you can help somebody, it's a good idea to help them before it gets too late. That is our responsibility. Once it passed through your hands, that blood is on your hands too. Now, speaking of blood being on hands, I would just like everybody to apologize to Tyrese. I know he was like emotional.
Cry Reese. Look, cry Reese.
He was emotional. He was crying every 5 seconds. The problem is he was turning on the camera. When you go through a divorce, and I have said it a million times, and when you go through a divorce, it's like a death, but the person is still alive. If you love the person, truly love them, it's not a breakup. That's for dating. Stop using words that don't fucking exist in marriage. You didn't cheat, you committed adultery. That's not the other woman, that's a mistress. Only thing we don't have is a name for the man. Gigolo? I don't know what, they don't have one for the man.
No, they don't.
So he's side dude, I guess. I don't know. He's the devil in
a side piece. He a side piece too, I guess.
Yeah. So
yeah, I apologize. Look, I apologize, Tyrese, because I would be so sick of him. I you know what? I can't say I didn't believe him. I was just tired of him, every single thing coming on social media, crying and everything.
Yeah.
And not to say that men can't be emotional, because they can, but you don't have to put every single thing. You acting like social media is your diary. Like, go talk to a therapist, Tyrese. Like, I understand that you were hurting, and now we know that what she did to you, everything was telling the truth, but you didn't have to take it to social media every time. That'd be my thing. If people going through something, instead of getting the help that they need, they take it to social media. Everybody ain't there. Don't nobody really care. All they gonna do is talk about you like they did. And now we found out that you was telling the truth. We like, oh, shoot, he was telling the truth. But you didn't cry and came on social media so much. We don't know what to think. Now we see that the girl was scandalous. Like, so I can't say that I didn't believe him. I was just tired of him crying and all that. So I really didn't care. Yeah. But now I feel bad. Like, dang, he was telling the truth. And that's probably why, like he said, men, what he would be saying all the time, like men can't be emotional and all that. You can, but you don't got to put every time you have an emotional problem come to social media. Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah. But that old girl scandalous. And I seen something like that. Everybody had a lot to say, but I will say that she was wrong. And whoever was in her ear, which I think Tyrese said it was her mama, but she was like low-key saying it was her lawyer, so I don't know who it was. And then she wouldn't really say. Like, she was like, oh, the person. But, you know, Tyrese was saying it was a mama. So whoever, you should never have nobody that's bitter or unhappy already with themselves in your ear telling you to break up your marriage. Even if, like she said, she wasn't in a good space or something, you should have waited before you made a drastic decision like that. And then you probably thought you was about to really get paid. And the lawyer, that's taking on the case, he or she probably felt like, okay, yeah, divorce, because I'm going to get paid off of this too. So you never let nobody that's bitter or something be in your ear. Literally, you almost can't really let your family and close friends be in your business, because a lot of times y'all be going through stuff and all that, and then y'all be back cool and lovey-dovey, white picket fence, and the rest of your family and friends still hate the person. So it's almost like you cannot tell your family and friends unless they're going to be the type that, okay, as long as you happy, then I'm happy too. But if they're going to be the type, like I'll say 70% of the families are, you can't really tell them nothing. You probably could tell your best friends or something, but right. You can't tell everybody your business, because everybody don't have the best entrance. And like I said, some people already be negative and they want everybody else to be mad and miserable like them. And they probably was in here like, girl, no, you need to just go on a divorce him. You're going to get some money anyways. Like, why stay with this? It's other men that whoop 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 whoop. And now look at you. I just hope Tyrese don't go back to her, because you can tell that he still loves her. I feel that Tyrese should have never got in another relationship, because he didn't give himself time to heal. Because if I was his girlfriend, you're not about to keep on talking about your ex-wife while we in the relationship making songs up and all that. Nigga, you should have did all that before you got in the relationship. Write as many songs as you want to make, if that's therapeutic for you, Tyrese. And then after you done got all that out your system, then be in a relationship. I really think that he is unstable. He don't need to be in a relationship. I just hope he don't leave that girl. Like he said, that the ex-wife been trying to get back with him and everything. And you can tell that he really, I think he still love her. Even though she did him wrong, I honestly think Tyrese still love her.
He'll never stop loving her. When you love somebody, the part that keeps you together is being in love with them.
Yeah.
Once you break up, or once
you can still love them, but not in love.
You can love them with your whole heart. But being in love with them, once they get you to the point where he is, I don't foresee him going back. But I will tell you that the rate of being remarried is higher than the rate of divorce. So that kind of contradicts the rate of divorce. And people don't know that within the first 5 years. I'll say that when something is public, it's even worse. So imagine, yes, he has his platform, but she had hers, and they both know celebrities. So all of the things that she was doing, you're watching your life go down the drain, because you're one. It's not just her life. You're watching your life go down the drain, and you know it's all some stupid shit. Like, this ain't even because of me or because of us. And you start to feel like, you know, in those movies where a person, the whole time they trying to get their life back from the government because they took over, you feel like you watching yourself. And you try to hang in there so long because you like, this is not the person that I married. I know that this other person is pulling the puppet strings or whatever, but they're going to see through. It's not going to be like this. And for whatever reason, negativity, just like social media, drives more attention. It's just louder.
And like he said too, she would be, he said, and Tyrese was saying that too. She says stuff all the time, but her platform ain't as big as mine. So y'all don't see what she's saying. Y'all only see what I'm saying.
You look
which
crazy.
is true. Because I never heard nothing that she said until she did that podcast. Nothing.
And it's
I never heard nothing.
And think about when you're trying to vindicate yourself from something like, just think about a boss that's doing indirect stuff like moving your schedule or not approving your time, switching your paperwork, little things that you can't prove, and they're a big deal. So you're suffering, but nobody's really going to believe, because it's almost like saying, well, she hit me first. You know, you're going to sound crazy saying these things, and that people are not going to believe you. That's enough to make somebody go crazy. And it doesn't sound like very many people from the celebrity space was supporting him the way that they should as well. So it looks like it got increasingly worse of him using his only outlet to vindicate himself. I wish that he wouldn't have done that either, but I get it. That's all I can say is I get it a lot.
And when he came on the Breakfast Club like a month ago, that's when he was telling DJ Envy like he was hurt because he was.
Not only did you throw him under the bus for that, but then you try to make him crazy, say conversations that he had with you and your damn wife didn't exist.
Yep.
I will never stop saying anybody that is involved with breaking the covenant of a marriage, good luck. That's all I'll say with a smile.
When he said that, when he did say that to DJ Envy, I was like, dang, Tyrese, what he's saying is true. Like, I was there for you and your wife. So why, if we going through the same thing that you and your wife went through, why couldn't you be there for me?
Then
well,
had to
I didn't like the person. Yeah, I didn't like the person that you were being online. But how do you know? Well, you got my direct number to call me. They could put whatever.
And your wife.
Yeah. So when Tyrese said that,
let me talk to your wife.
Yeah, when Tyrese said that, like, you, and then some people was like, well, you can't do that to just think somebody gonna do the same thing to you if you was doing it out the kindness of your heart. But it made perfect sense. Like, if
yes,
I was there,
that's why you partner with other married couples.
Yeah, if I was there for you in your time of need, and I'm going through literally the same thing as you, it don't matter what you see on social media. You should have been there for me too. So when Tyrese said that, I was like, okay. But then after that, he said he forgave DJ Envy. But then right after that,
DJ Envy came back with this stuff, like basically saying they was lying, making it seem like Tyrese was bothering.
But it was only because Tyrese, right after the thing when he said he forgave him, Tyrese literally went back on his live and was like, they was making fun of him, 𝒀𝒏𝒆 hilarious. That's when DJ Envy started saying all that stuff. Tyrese, it do be like Tyrese do be tripping sometimes.
Because it was like, that's not live. What happened behind the scenes for him to say that?
Again, well, I watched the whole thing. I watched that whole
edited. What part was taken out? What happened before or after? Maybe something had to happen for you to feel like that.
Because he was like the only person that would show sympathy was just hilarious. So I was like, but I do feel sorry for Tyrese now, but I still want him to get some therapy because I don't want to.
Mark my words. From now forward, he gonna get better because he's vindicated.
Because now crazy. Like what he should have had that little clip from Bootie's daughter when she was like, "I told y'all niggas."
Good, ain't he in Aquarius? Because hold on, he just might.
I told you.
In 2 seconds. Like the shit might be coming back to back because now he get to say I told you so, and he has every right to say that. That is the worst feeling to have and be going through it, and your kids is involved, and she's trying to make you out.
And Tyrese hold grudges. He probably ain't gonna forgive her. First of all, he's a Capricorn, and Capricorn
is a Cap. Oh, they hold.
They hold cold grudges. And I think he won't forgive her, but I still think that he still loves her. Just like a fun fact about Tyrese, he had an Aquarius girlfriend that he loved to death, and she broke his heart, and that's why Aquarius is not in his.
It's not in that song.
That's why we're not in there.
Why we not in that song?
That's why we're not in there. He was like, I made sure I didn't put Aquarius in there. Because I love that song. And when I first heard it, I'm waiting for him to say Aquarius. I'm like, where's the Aquarius at? Like, and then somebody asked him, every time when it be Aquarius season, or he was like, I hear this every year. And he finally said why it was like he had an Aquarius that broke his heart. So that shows you how petty and
he don't deal with
a grudge. I'm like, we must have really had a toll on you that you left us out of the whole Zodiac song.
Right. You couldn't even throw us in at the end, nothing.
Right.
Well, I would just like to say, Mr. Tyrese, that number one, I believe you. Number two, I didn't think it was funny. And number three, we are sorry for whatever we did as Aquarius. And I would like to give another one of us a try should things go haywire, because I'm telling you, we're the best thing you could ever have. You did something to her first.
I say that too. I dated a Capricorn, so
okay, so let's move on to Miss 44. So I will play. I'm gonna play the first clip, and then I will answer questions. Oh, let me with this. I left it big because you'll have to read the screen. So I am going to give a recap when it's done, because obviously she does not speak English, and I'll tell you why. But she's unfortunately didn't get to learn to speak English. So be kind. Please listen to the whole video. I don't care if you speed past everything I say. Listen to the whole video. Do not come on here judging her in the comments or nothing like that. This is not a judging situation. So let's.
Nyina enzalo 15 mulimu abana mulimu abasatu mulimu ababiri.
With all the 44 children, is it only one husband?
Baba atatu omu.
At what age did she give birth to her first child?
13. Kitange yangabanye ndi muto yantunda nyine emyaka 12. Yanguza omusajja kubeera ko bakuyita kutunda kuba saamwagala seeyaga nti nkati ntuusa ofumbirwa wabula nalabirawo nga bamuwadde ebintu nange ogenda kufumberwa. Okwo tebakuyita kutunda.
Oh, okay, we both looking down. I was looking down too, trying to see it a little bit better. So what did anybody catch that?
It was really fast.
It is, they talk fast. So I will give a recap.
I'm like, it was really fast.
She is our age. So she was born in 1980. She was purchased at 12 by a 52-year-old man. 52-year-old man. Her father sold her. She had her first baby at 13.
13.
And she has given birth to 44 kids, but she has 38.
Yeah, she has 38. That's a lie. She had 15 births.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. It was sets of twins. It was my bad, guys. Hold on one second. I actually did Mama Uganda. So her name, they call her Mama Uganda. She has had 3 sets of quadruplets, 4 sets of twins, 4 sets of triplets. I'm sorry, 6 sets of twins, for a total of 15 births. The number of multiple births was caused by a rare genetic condition causing hyperovulation as a result of her enlarged ovaries. In 2019, when she was 40, she underwent a medical procedure to prevent any further pregnancies. But prior to that, she actually reached out after, I believe, the 2nd pregnancy to go and see what birthing options was out there, or what do you call it, to prevent pregnancy?
Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood
options. Yes, family planning options.
Yeah, family planning.
Yeah, I'm like, I could not think of this term. Hey Lex. So she actually took it upon herself to go and see if there were any options. So imagine she's not even 16 at this time. But when she went, because of the condition and the medical treatments that they were able to give, they told her that if she basically they couldn't stop it, because if they gave her medication, it could harm her and she could die. If they tied her tubes, it could harm her and she could die. And I'm guessing at that point, hysterectomy, or I don't even know if they do hysterectomy there, where she stays is very far away from the hospital. So she's in the village. She's not by anything else, which is kind of how a couple of her kids passed. A couple got sick and she went to the hospital with them to help like be there with them. In the process was caught about a couple more being sick. By the time she got back to get to those ones, they had passed. And then her 12-year-old twins, when they got to be 12, and she puts all her kids through school. Team no excuse. That's why I picked this woman. Team no excuse. She pays for all of them to go to school. The 12-year-old twins, a rich lady from Africa came to her and was like, oh, let me have them and I'll further their education. Somehow the twins passed. And because she's poor, the lady was rich. Never found out why. So that's how her kids passed. How you just don't tell somebody about their kids?
Yeah, when she said that part too, I was just like, what? And after that, she said that's why she won't let nobody else take her kids. Like, and I agree with her too. Because I would think that the lady did something to her. How both of them died?
Or are they still? Oh well, no. She said she buried them. Because at first I was thinking, are they still alive? And you just don't want her to, like, you want to erase her like you had them or something.
I didn't hear her say she buried them.
So she says she buried them, but because everything was intertwined, I don't know if she was saying she couldn't really keep pursuing why they passed because she had to bury the other ones, or if that's the way I kind of took it, like she couldn't focus on what happened because of what was in front of her, what she needed to take care of, which is the burying of.
I just felt like she couldn't. She would never find out how they died because it was that lady's.
She probably don't know where the lady lived. She probably can't afford to get there. Because they don't have a car. They don't have nothing like that. They're in the middle of nowhere. The woman don't have to pick up your calls if she don't want to. People that do evil
I don't think they had a phone over there.
She actually has a cell phone.
Oh, did she? I never see her on it.
No, she doesn't, because she doesn't speak English. And
it's just sad when I watched that thing. I was showing my mom that today. I was girl, you know me.
Right.
I showed my mom, I showed my great niece. I'm like, look how these people are living. I was like, we take for granted so much out here. I was like, literally, look how they living. My mom was like, where is that at? I'm like, in Africa. I'm like, this is how they living. And I was like,
I said in these days while people.
Yeah, that's why I said my mom was asking too, when was this? I was like, this is right now, this year. I was like, so just think how blessed we are to be living. I think we need to see like stuff like that sometime to have a reality check to be like, okay, like, dang, like if I could send all my stuff out there to them, I would, but it ain't no way that I know it's really gonna get to them. Like I do try to think of other ways to give back to people like that, because I have one of my Hispanic friends. She has a house in Mexico. And she had told me one time, like, oh, Rashonda, if you want to give away, because I was giving Amir stuff and my stuff, I would just give it to the shelters. But then the shelters start tripping and they making stores and selling it. And I don't like giving it.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like giving stuff. If you're going to sell it, I might as well give it to the Goodwill, or I might as well put it on OfferUp or Marketplace.
I wanted to sell it
and sell it my own self. So when she told me that, she was like, you can give it to me, I'll take it to Mexico. And I was like, do they need it out there? Like, really? And she was like, yeah. And so I had gave her, that time I had gave her like 5 bags of stuff from Amir, and just, girl, I didn't even care. I gave her all that stuff, and she literally sent me videos and pictures of the little kids with his stuff on, and they were so happy. It made me start crying. I was like, oh my gosh, like, she was like, Rashonda, they were so happy to get your stuff. Like, they were so happy. And ever since then, girl, I sent myself right with her to Mexico. I be like, it's just, it makes you feel happy, but it makes you feel like
sad on the reverse.
On the reverse, because I'm like, dang, these little kids is happy for hand-me-downs and everything. It just made me feel like we need to see that sometimes, especially these kids nowadays. Like, they really need to see. Now, us too, we be feeling like, oh, you might feel like, oh, I don't got this good of a job, or my house is not the best. But then you see somebody living like her that has 44 kids, and she actually says she has no problem raising all 44 her kids. When she said that, I was like, I can damn near raise just one. I cannot even imagine raising that many kids, and was like, they're fine. So it's like, we need to see that to have a reality check. But I was like, I wish I could send stuff out there to them and know that they really gonna get it and not a scammer.
So, quick caveat, I did see where the guy in the second video, the one that bought mattresses for the beds, because he was like, these are not mattresses. Like, he bought mattresses, he gave food. You'll see it in a minute. He's gonna
the dark skin one, right? Then he set up that link.
So I'm going to reach out personally and see if we can get something together where we're sending stuff directly to her. But it does come with the caveat, and I guess, well, I'll get to that question later.
So I've seen that link too, but I swear to God.
No, I want to talk first until we can get on.
Yeah. It's too many scammers out there, and I just don't trust it. Like, I would have to know it was literally going to that lady, because after I seen it, I was sad.
First.
Yeah, I was sad that night. I was like,
I want to see video. I want to see all of that. We'll test it.
I was scared. I mean, I'm not scared. After I watched that, I was sad. I was like, I need to watch something funny, because I literally watched that last night and was sad after.
Right. That's why I gave you a warning. Like,
and my crazy self looking for other videos and all that. I'm like, I just cannot believe this. Like, this is so sad.
So all of that was sad. But then, y'all, mind you, when she was 12, the husband was 52.
52.
He is the father to all of those kids. And he put her out when she was pregnant with the last twins, talking about it's too much for him.
I was wondering that too, because I kept having to rewind it, because me, I'm trying to listen to them when I should have just been going like this and read it. And then the captions was going fast too. But that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I know he left her, but it's some little kids in there. So when did he leave? And then to find out when she said, when she said that she don't know where he at, he could be with
that family helping you stay away. So wasn't you born into that family? So how that man put you out?
But then you heard them say the in-laws live with her too. So how they don't know where he at?
That was the kids.
Her grandkids.
Parents. Yeah.
Because when they said in-laws, I'm like, how the hell they don't know where he at then? If they the in-laws.
I had to watch it a couple times, but that
I had got mad. Like, how y'all know where this man is?
No, that was it. So this is why rewind back to last Thursday's show while I was going to hell off on JoJo, because you got me fucked up. Like, you're not gonna. Here's why it upset me, because so many of the things that are happening to women to this day. And they look like that. And if you keep sweeping shit under the rug, that's disrespectful. Like, don't act like this shit ain't really happening. It ain't no damn just TV. I watch vlogs. I have a cousin that's married to an African dude. My best friend's roommate was an African dude who he had to go off on because he came out here and he was married with a child and was out here doing all kind of stuff instead of sending money back. And men in my family don't go for things like that. If you want to act like that, you cannot act like that around me. Well, Toby, yes, that was his American name. I'm not making it up. Toby Tell is back in Africa because the women here wasn't dealing with it. This shit is still happening. Why do you think that they still having wars? Why do you think it's whole? I watched one vlog, Ro, and it was a hospital, and it had all teen girls getting their 𝒂𝒏𝒆 fixed because they have been abused, assaulted so much that they could no longer hold a hospital full. So you mean to tell me it's not happening? Don't do that. And don't do that on a platform where something could go viral. And we need to be aware. We need to know how to help. The sad thing is, to your point, sending the money through the government is a no for me. But what I can tell you that I'm super proud of, girl, is that Delta's, we are there as well. We do Shoes for Souls every year during May weekend. In May, we gather all of our shoes and we send those over there with one of our SARs. We have people on the ground there. We built schools there. We've done all these other things. So there is a way to connect there. Yeah, I would personally prefer to go like you.
Me too.
That's one place, right? You see all these things and you like, literally, I could not get my nails and my feet done right now. And that's $100 that I could send there that would do so much good.
Girl, look how she said $11. She didn't really even have $11 to get the boy's haircut. Like, we spend that in
$11 is bubble gum now.
That's
and I would gladly not buy that bubble gum to send it, but I want to make sure
that
it gets to the person and the amount of greed there. And it's not just because it's poverty, because I know somebody that's getting a house built there and their own cousin done stole a lot of money, and you was paying the cousin to oversee, and they still stole a lot of money. The root to all evil is very prominent there, hence it being one of the biggest places for fraud. Those things are reality, and I can't imagine how it feels for it to be somebody that looks like you doing it to you. I just can't imagine what that looks like. Like the men that are supposed to protect you because you're a woman, your body isn't your own, your life isn't your own.
Yeah, they can keep that.
They can keep it from me. Let's watch this last clip where you can see how some things turned out. And I will link the video below so you can watch it when you're ready to watch the whole thing. And then my request is, though, don't donate. Don't donate until let me at least try to connect first, and then I'll tell you what I think. If you do it, you're doing it on your own. I didn't tell you to do it.
Your own risk.
At your own risk. I don't hear nothing. Do not be saying nothing about me, nothing. Because we didn't talk 2,000 times about the fraud.
Don't do it.
The family keeps growing bigger to the extent that currently he has over 10 grandchildren.
Nina abawala 16 nensigazawo abalenzi 22 abazzukulu mpezezze 10 n'omusobyo.
So now the family is 54.
Ate nga nkyeyongerako kuba bakyazaala.
Now you have the whole Africa in your house. Because Africa is made up of 54 countries.
Yes, yes.
So now you need to start naming them Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone. These are not mattress.
Well, it's a mattress according to her.
Do they want the mattress to be changed?
Awuza nti mwandiyagadde nti 𝒀𝒐𝒏𝒆 bakyusemuko.
Siyina buzibu era.
I mean, foodstuffs cannot change anything, but all I did was to use my network together with Connect with Uganda to change the state of where Mama Uganda is living. Also set up a business for her so that she can take care of these kids. I cannot put all the videos today, but that will be our part 2 of this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and be part of this awesome channel. And yeah, share this video so that others can know that there is a woman living in Uganda with 44 children.
That's how I need to be drinking.
Oh, child, first, let me tell you, because I'm still American and I don't have no damn sense. All I could think while watching it, and y'all tell me if you end up doing it, is where is the older siblings or grown-ups or whatever to get some of them damn kids and move them out of the way? They are extremely distracting. Other than that, let me tell you, because when you watch the video, I'm pretty sure you're going to think the same thing, because it's actually distracting. Like, they grabbing her thing, they doing all of this stuff. He ends up moving her hand at moving one of the kids' hands at one point. He tested her on if she knew their names. She knew every one of her.
She knew all their names.
Wasn't that fun? That was so cute. He even
Girl.
tested her with one, like, okay, well, who is that one? And then like, they said the name of the baby too, and he was like, I thought she was just guessing. Like, how do you do this? When she said that she would consider having more kids, he was like,
if she get another husband, because she said they gonna want their own kids. But what part tripped me out is when, well, I guess, yeah, it's like that out here. He would be responsible for the rest of all them kids.
You talk about that part, because that's what I was gonna talk about next.
Yeah, he had said, she said that, well, she said she ain't looking for no boyfriend right now. But if she did, they would have to take on the responsibility, I guess, in Africa, of all those kids. And then she said, and then they still would want to have children of their own. So she would at least have to have 3 more kids. Like, first of all, why do you have to have 3? I could see you having 1 if you got another husband, and not even 1. Like, here go a million kids right here.
She have multiples instead of a single birth.
Probably, but she said at least she have is the lighter skinned woman is the mom, not the one with the braids. Alexis, well, both of them had braids. The one that wasn't talking English is the mom. The other one was the translator.
She's another YouTuber. The other one.
Yeah, she girl, I forgot what I was saying.
She keeps in contact with the woman the most. She goes.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, because she came through even when the houses was getting built and all that. She was still there. So that's my thing. If she got married again, she said she would at least have to have 3 kids again, and they would have to take on the responsibility of them other kids. And that's a lot. First of all, whoever she married needs to be able to help her get out of there, or at least get it fixed up. But hopefully they get that $10,000.
That's her property. You don't want.
I know. Yes, she said she was owed $1,300 still on it or something. But I would hope that they would get the $10,000 that they need raised to, you know,
to bring it up to par.
Yeah, bring it up to par. But that's still a lot to deal with. I don't care if you in Africa or not. 30-something kids.
Plus, so here's why I said, guys, and I said I would say it later, why I want you to wait. Because my first problem, and I shared this because of what I told Ro, I think we talked last night, when I was like, my problem is, why ain't nobody selfish ass telling her that she could start her own damn YouTube channel? If that's the business, they need to stand up for her, because you have translators and everything. So she could do her videos in her own language of her everyday life. And across the bottom, it could come up in whatever language that you needed. But for them to be making all these videos and making all this money off this lady, you don't think you should circle back and give her I would. That's just me. Every dime that I made, or if you're there and you're struggling to have something like that, but they're making a lot of money off the videos that they do with her.
And the only one that did something was the last one. Was the last guy. He the only one that did something.
I watched a ton of these. I actually watched it years ago when she was still in the 30 marker of children. And for whatever reason, it popped up, and then I sent it to Ro, like, I've been looking for her. I couldn't remember her name, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait, the number of kids changed, and wait, where's her husband? And wait, this ain't the house she was in.
Yeah, see, I had only seen it this year when she was already in her 40s, but it was never given a specific of anything. So I didn't know. I'm looking on YouTube, typing that stuff, and I couldn't find her until you showed me last night. And that's when I said, I've been looking for this lady too, because I wanted to see how the hell she had that many damn children. And how is she still sane?
How she's still standing? How she still got her teeth?
Yeah, like
how she's still laughing, smiling.
Girl, I
is looking happy.
I would be in somebody's psych unit. Go on and admit me.
So y'all, it's another one where the YouTuber that came, they brought food, and so they all cooked together and stuff like that. The males helped, and it was like, we call it, don't get offended, this is what we call it, a slave pot. Like everything was big old slave pots, rice, meat, all this, and they cooked it. The younger kids was helping, the older kids was helping. Like it was good. But that was my primary thing. Every video that I saw, and that's the problem that I have with a lot of these people that go out and do these documentaries, that be on the street interviewing homeless and things like that. You're literally becoming a millionaire off of somebody, and you don't circle back and help them. Now, would I help somebody that's on drugs? I'll help you get into rehabilitation, but I wouldn't put money in your hands either. So I'm not even tripping off of that one. No, but this last one, the one you saw, that was the stuff in the truck he brought. And then that's why he asked her, do you want real, mattresses? He's going to give mattresses. And then he also helped her to stand up a business. But Lex, I just told you, I saw her 10 years ago. This is the first person that's ever said, let me help her sustain herself. This is what she wants. Let me help her sustain herself. First of all, her husband was still getting her pregnant in his 90s. So you should know he can't do nothing to help. Like, she needs something to help her. But y'all,
how is he even still doing anything with her? Oh, nasty.
And got the nerve to say he tired. How you tired? You don't think she tired from the time you took her at 12 years old? Like, the audacity for me. You didn't use no condom. You didn't try anything to help
her. That's disgusting.
You could have had a vasectomy.
Literally, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting as heck. And she had to do that since she was 12, and you had the nerve to run your own. You didn't even keep some of the kids. You didn't do nothing. You put her out the house, and the family allowed you to do that, and her family don't have her back. Pure insanity to me. So, pure insanity to me. But this what pissed me off, y'all. So let's switch gears. This is why I need to check. Because your children are 25 and you got grandkids.
Yep.
And 10 of them stay with you. It is other adults, and you could absolutely figure out how to fucking suck, but you couldn't figure out how to make something crack for your family? How?
You said that last night. I was like, it ain't no way none of
it ain't no goddamn way.
It ain't no way that them well, I can't say the grandkids, but them grown kids, if you about to be here with your kids, y'all are about to be working. I'm not about to do this for myself, where she's literally saying she got to take care of everybody and her grandkids and the in-laws. It's no way. It's no way. Because you and your kids, you and them 10 other kids, grandkids, can get on somewhere.
I don't understand. So if my money is going to that, I don't want to do that shit either. I'm gonna just keep it 100. And I will have to.
That's just selfish. It's selfish of her kids. And y'all see how your mom struggled. So why would y'all be out there doing anything? Why would y'all be out there having all them kids and you gotta still stay up in that compound with your mama?
But no, Ro, that's not possible. It's impossible to have children in Africa.
I was thinking about that last night.
Impossible.
Is it just that city that you can have kids without being married?
No, that's impossible. It takes 9 months to kiss.
Well, maybe they kissed on the 9-month mark they had.
She not tired, Lex. She said she's done with men for right now because she knows what will happen. But she said if she meet a man,
she'll have 3 more kids. Girl, I would not. If I had that many kids, I don't want nobody kissing my nail bed. I don't want nobody hugging me. I don't want you kissing I don't want you hugging me. I don't want you kissing me on my forehead. I don't want nothing.
Our love language is not affection or touch.
No, don't touch me. Nothing. Don't touch me because I It's nothing I could do for you, sir. It's nothing that I'm shut down. It's nothing I can do for you, sir.
Lex said, no, I couldn't do it. Like,
it's nothing.
No, just give me a chastity belt. Give me a frying pan to put between my legs. Like, my ninja, it's not going down. I don't want to date you.
It's out of service. Mine is out of service now, sir. It's out of service.
It is over. It's out of service. Over. Like, I just don't understand. But at this point, circling back to one of the other things I said last week, don't compare us to women that I compassionately feel horrible for, that are making decisions out of survival, that are making decisions that trauma caused. Because I'm pretty sure at this point she is, because they ask her like, well, what would she want to do? Because they ask her like, what's next for her? And she's like, I really want to earn my own money. People can't keep helping like this. Like, I really want to be able to do it myself, but with what I get, I send them to school, blah, blah, blah. So like, this woman, because she didn't get to learn how to read, she wanted to be a doctor or something like that, because she feels like, I can't learn English at this point. I can't learn the things that I need to learn in order for time to catch up, because my kids are right here, right now, needing help. Let me do what's easiest. That also plays a role in your love life, because once a woman, because we are made to feel these kind of ways, it's too late for you. Nobody will want you with this or that. That's a form of manipulation. That's a form of psychological abuse to keep you in this bubble. So I would, like, we're thinking she would, oh, you could like get with somebody your age now. You could go on a date now, something like that. She like, if this motherfucker coming, he 80 years old and is a companion and could provide for my kids, I'm in love. Like, she's never been in love. Think about that.
Yeah, she said she wasn't. That's just like Color Purple. When I heard her story, it reminded me of Color Purple.
Yeah, the same stuff that happened here, that the laws was created for. Them laws was created for a reason. And that still happens here with the sick people that still do those type of things. But it's under the radar or whatever. That kind of stuff still happens, but it's not just out in the open like that. You said that in response to him saying he was tired. Oh.
Yeah, he tired because he's old.
She's saying she's the one that popped out babies for 30 years. Like, that's what I was saying too, Lex. Like, how are you the one that's tired? You did this, my ninja. You the leader. You the head, not the tail.
Like I said, he probably is tired because he got one foot in the grave. You should be tired.
So then how do you chase her out of the house? Isn't that even worse, bro? That house should go to his first son. How do you put them out of the house? They don't know. Oh, that was the other thing. He sold the house and left.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Sold the house. I'm like, wait, okay. He sold the house. So you made sure that this woman couldn't find you at your old age. Sound like fraud to you? It's a little fraudish.
Girl, he ain't about to be here much longer anyway.
So. Their moral compass is so much better.
He ain't about to be here too much longer.
No, they built that shit into their culture and tradition. And I'm never going to stop saying it. For the ones where it applies, you're wrong as hell. You're wrong as hell. It's not okay. Now, for the old culture, but they pick their person, they're in love.
I don't like that.
I think that's beautiful. When you pick your person, you're in love, even if they pay a dowry or whatever. That's you in love. That trumps everything. So to me, that's different than being forced, sold.
At 12, like, how do you sell your 12-year-old daughter? How do you sell a 12-year-old daughter to a grown old pedophile? Because to me, that's a pedophile. How are you 52 and you want a 12-year-old? That could be your granddaughter. Not even your daughter, your granddaughter. That's a pedophile. A 12-year-old?
when they find out, so there are different like nonprofits and stuff that when they find out about these things that happen, they do try to go and rescue the girls and stuff like that. But it just seems to me certain people from there that don't want to tell the truth about certain things going over there, or they don't talk about it enough. To me, you're condoning it because you almost making it like it's make believe. So yeah, so then when somebody sees it, you that's not from there, that don't watch the whole thing, maybe they click off because they like some more of that fraud stuff. There go to kids with the flies that it's not real. And it's like, no, that is real. They need help and they're fighting a bad government. So it's not like they could just run to the police station and say, I need help. That police station may be involved, you know? It is good to have compassion. It's good to have compassion because
it is
a minor, your own minor.
I wouldn't even have nothing to do with my daddy no more. Like, you raggedy too. Y'all probably the same age.
So it probably was his friend, something like that. Like, you owe me money. So since you didn't pay me money, I'll take your daughter and okay, if it'll wipe my debt clean, because that's another mouth for me to feed anyway. They have that type of mentality, Ro, where they be like, same as here in the country, where it was a mouth I couldn't feed, but it's a mouth you fucking had. That kid didn't ask to be here. It's not their fault. And you just literally decided the trajectory of the rest of this person's life.
I'm pretty sure the mom, she wouldn't sell none of her kids. I'm surprised he didn't try to sell them. Yeah, I'm surprised the daddy, before he left with his old, I'm surprised he didn't try to sell none of his kids.
That would be. So we're gonna have to come up with our questions. If I could actually connect and have,
because I want to know, did he try? If you did that, what would make me think that you wouldn't try to sell none of your daughters?
I wonder if that was one of the, you know, because you're sure that in these years she encountered other things, right? So we know that she didn't just, she wasn't even in love. And right, we've heard
she probably don't even know what real,
she probably
don't even know what real love is. So if a man came along, she's still she's our age, so she still has time to find love, but it would be totally different because she didn't went all these years being with an old ass nasty pedophile. She ain't gonna even know.
Surprised. Do you think if she actually got with somebody else and it was different than what she had because of trauma, it might block her brain or break her down or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how
he probably won't even really know how to receive it.
That's what I'm wondering. Or if it will feel weird to her if it's not the same thing. So, guys, we're gonna wrap up this part. It probably will be a while because we're on two different time things. But I'm gonna reach out and I want to see if I could get us a virtual interview. But out of respect, that's an interview I would not be able to do live. But
no, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because people say things and I can't have that on me. Y'all, I'm like Tyrese. I'm a for real crybaby with stuff like that hurts me. I'm like,
yeah, and I ain't even a big crybaby. I know I'll be crying because last night I was
it's out of your control. It's so I would be like, I invited her here, her first experience America, and this shit. Whoa. So Ro and I would do the interview, but we would have the questions in advance. The reason why we have the questions in advance is because it would give the translator time to call her, give them to her, think about how she want to ask him, give her the right to say if she doesn't want something asked, and then we would record it. Or I might do something like invite only, so that my core people, family members, things like that I know have sense, like my mom, Rose mom, Lex, those type of people. It would literally be people that I full on trusted. And then I will record it for you guys. So I gotta think about the logistics. I'm definitely going to offer money. And I don't want to hear nothing from you people that I know. Don't start that shit. I'm doing it because of she needs it. And then I also want to find out how we could send things because
directly to her.
I feel so bad. I have so much stuff and I figured out why I have it. We'll talk about that on the next show. But it just made me want to just start snatching stuff and wishing I could just send it out tomorrow. Like here you go. I don't know. I give donations to certain things throughout the year. For this lady to circle back up, it just feels different. So before I get emotional, I've actually been able to make it. I'll get into this later. I'm proud of myself for making it. So thank you all for joining. Thank you. Please make sure that you share and subscribe. And if you like the video, please make sure you like it. If you don't like it, you can politely share in the comments what you want to be different or better. I take constructive feedback and you don't have to agree with me. You just have to respect me and my platform. Ro, you look really pretty tonight. I keep forgetting to say that.
I be girl and I feel so raggedy. Thank you.
Girl,
you
the melanin is glowing.
Look, I'm like, you look pretty too.
Thank you. This light is horrible. I'm like,
because I showed ready just, what I said I had to do. I literally came in the house. It was like, let me hurry up.
See, I got to your message too late.
Right. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me
throw my head under the sink. So I will allow Ro to tell you where she will be tomorrow. Meet us here on Thursday. Hopefully Ro can join again. We are doing part 2 and the finale. I think we're gonna stick to a lot of Africa, America issues because people need to get their life together on both sides. And last thing I do want to say, all of that people saying, well, you guys tell us to go back to Africa. Impossible. We've been told to go back to Africa since we had teeth.
Like, give us the money and we'll go back there to visit.
Because that's always my answer. Give me the money. I would love to go and touch the soil from which I was.
Give me enough money where I can go to all.
We are ready to go. But we have been told to go back.
A month tour.
My first insult in kindergarten was being told to go back to Africa. And I was like, I didn't even understand it. And I have to come home and tell my mom. So, Ro, where will you be? Because I was like, I don't even, what does that mean?
She said, I can get stuff from Lex to fit those kids. I'm telling you, once we find out what we can do, I got a lot of stuff too. It's so many people I know we can get stuff from. Like, that ain't even a problem.
That's not the problem.
We just got to
wanted to touch her.
Exactly, to get to her. You guys can find me tomorrow at 8:00 on Talk to Rose.
Oh, she actually has it. I was like, spell it for them. You have it in your
yeah.
It's the little things that make me happy.
Right. Thank you, Alexis. You know we be our worst.
Thank you, Alexis. It's something wrong with us. But this is the true us, which is why you're joining me in my home. So hopefully we brought the conversation back down. The emotions are a little bit lighter. I'm going to share the link. I would not suggest watching it before you go to bed.
Please don't.
Angry, none of that. It's similar to watching The Color Purple. Like she said, it just gives you that feeling. So watch it when you're in a good space and try to focus on what I focused on. So sorry, one last thing. Mama Uganda, this is me giving you your flowers, your crown. It is amazing because I can't imagine. And I never saw you not smiling. You're in the school. You also take care of your grandchildren. You feed them all. You're really pretty. Like,
she was so positive the whole time.
It was crazy. Like, her vibe is she just
hopefully she'll be really blessed. I hope she's really blessed.
I do. I hope whatever business that she has flourishes, and I hope that nobody takes advantage of her. and that she's able to provide for her and her grandchildren, and that her kids help her as well. So we will keep you guys posted, but this is me giving her her flowers and also telling us to be more grateful for the things that we have and think about ways you can help others, because we are really blessed. So that's it from us. Good night.